In the world of technology, few names have dominated the headlines in recent years, like Nvidia. Riding the AI wave, Nvidia reached a historic milestone on July 9, 2025, becoming the world's first company to hit a staggering $4 trillion market cap. That's more than Apple, more than Microsoft, more than Google. It took Nvidia just 2 years to grow from $1 trillion to $4 trillion on the back of its game-changing role in artificial intelligence. But while Nvidia has taken over the global AI chip market, a similar transformation is quietly happening in a very different sector: US defense. A small, relatively unknown startup founded in 2017 is now disrupting the giants Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman, and it's doing it the Silicon Valley way. This company is called Anduril, and many are calling it the Nvidia of defense. Part I the rise of a new defense titan founded in Irvine, California. Anduril Industries was created with a bold vision to modernize national defense using cutting-edge technology from the commercial world, particularly artificial intelligence, autonomy, and software. While traditional defense contractors rely heavily on legacy hardware, Anduril took a different route. It positioned itself as a software-first defense company, building intelligence systems that learn, adapt, and operate with minimal human oversight. The company's flagship software, Lattice OS, is an autonomous command and control platform designed to integrate real-time sensor data with AI-powered decision-making. From drones and surveillance towers to underwater vehicles and battlefield simulations, Anduril's core product is not metal, it's code. This approach has paid off. Anduril's revenue soared from $60 million in 2020 to $1 billion in 2024. Its valuation skyrocketed from $8.5 billion in 2022 to $30.5 billion in 2025, more than tripling in just 3 years. And now, with fresh multi-billion-dollar defense legislation on the table, Anduril is poised to secure a virtual monopoly in one of the Pentagon's most critical and controversial sectors: autonomous border surveillance. Part 2: Trump's Big Beautiful Gift to Anduril. In July 4, 2025, former President Donald Trump signed the One Big Beautiful Act into law, a sweeping defense bill that allocates over $6 billion to border security technology, including advanced surveillance systems for the US-Mexico border. Buried in hundreds of pages of legislative text is one key clause: the US government will only fund border surveillance towers that are autonomous systems that use artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computer vision to detect, identify, classify, and track people without human intervention. Only one company currently meets these specifications: Anduril. Through its Sentry Towers AI-enabled surveillance towers capable of scanning the border 24/7 with zero human oversight, Anduril has become the only CBP-approved vendor. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP), Anduril is the only company whose technology satisfies the new law's technical criteria. In other words, Trump's new law grants Anduril an effective monopoly over a multi-billion-dollar sector of border surveillance infrastructure. Part 3: Surveillance towers that think. For Themselvesenwal's Sentry Towers are unlike anything used before in border defense. These systems combine high-definition cameras, thermal imaging, radar, and a suite of machine learning algorithms. Once deployed, they operate autonomously, identifying and tracking unauthorized border crossings in real time. There is no need for constant human monitoring. The towers see and decide on their own, sending alerts and recommendations to Border Patrol agents only when needed. It's a leap from traditional camera systems to autonomous surveillance intelligence. This AI-first capability became Anduril's initial breakthrough. It began with pilot projects under the Trump administration and eventually evolved into long-term contracts. Now, with the One Big Beautiful Act signed into law and the requirement for proven autonomy, no other company qualifies. Anduril essentially owns the border. Part 4: The broader portfolio. Drones, underwater vehicles, and AI command centers. Anduril's reach doesn't stop at towers. The company has built a growing arsenal of autonomous air vehicles, underwater drones, and AI-enhanced command software. Among its notable systems, Ghost and Altius drones, loitering munitions with autonomous targeting and long-range reconnaissance capabilities. Dive-Eld and Dive-XE large, autonomous underwater vehicles designed for deep-sea surveillance and mine detection. Lattice OS, the AI backbone of Anduril's entire ecosystem, enabling multi-domain control of air, sea, and ground assets. A recent section in the same defense bill also earmarked $1.3 billion for unmanned underwater vehicle expansion, a direct windfall for Anduril's ocean tech portfolio. Even more money is allocated for drone warfare and counter-drone systems, another area where Anduril is an early leader. Part V Battlefield proven. Anduril and Ukrainian Anduril isn't just an American story anymore. Its battlefield-tested technologies are now deployed in Ukraine, where they're supporting the country's efforts against Russian aggression. The UK has supplied Ukraine with Anduril's Altius 600 meters and 700 meters drones, autonomous loitering munitions capable of precision strikes. These drones use AI to independently identify targets and execute missions with minimal operator input, helping Ukraine conduct both reconnaissance and attack operations more efficiently. This operational deployment has cemented Anduril's reputation not only as a defense innovator, but as a combat-ready provider of next-generation warfare systems. Part VI, a startup's meteoric results. Pause and reflect. Anduril was founded in 2017. That makes it barely 8 years old. In 2025. In that short time, it has gone from a garage startup to a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse with exclusive federal contracts, global battlefield relevance, and effective monopolies in core defense areas. Compare that with Lockheed Martin, Boeing, or Northrop Grumman, each a century-old company with vast bureaucracies and legacy contracts. How did Anduril do it? Simple. It embraced Silicon Valley's software-first philosophy. Instead of building expensive new planes or tanks, Anduril focused on software-enabled autonomy systems that are faster to develop, easier to upgrade, and far more adaptive to modern battlefield conditions. Its founder Palmer Luckey, who also founded Oculus, later sold to Facebook, wanted to apply the same spirit of innovation to national security. And that's exactly what he did. Part 7 Political connections and Trump's inner circle. But there's more to the story. Anduril's rise hasn't happened in a vacuum. The company's leaders are closely tied to former President Trump and his political network. Trey Stevens, Anduril's co-founder and executive chairman, served on Trump's 2016 transition team. Michael O'Badel, Trump's nominee for Undersecretary of the Army, worked at Anduril until mid-2025. Palmer Luckey, Anduril's founder, is a longtime Trump supporter and has hosted multiple fundraising events. While there's no public evidence of favoritism, the proximity between the company and the Trump administration has raised eyebrows, especially given how favorable recent legislation has been to Anduril. Critics argue that Trump's Big Beautiful Act functions as a de facto exclusive contract for one of his strongest supporters in the tech industry. Whether this is coincidence or calculated politics is still debated, but the outcome is clear. Anduril is winning, and legacy defense giants are losing ground. Part 8 Concerns over surveillance and ethics. Not everyone is celebrating Anduril's rise. Civil liberties organizations have raised alarms over autonomous surveillance, especially systems designed to track, identify, and respond to human movement without any oversight. Dave Moss from the Electronic Frontier Foundation commented, "I was cynically expecting Trump's bill to quadruple down on wasteful surveillance technology at the border, but I was not expecting language that appears to grant an exclusive license to Anduril." Others worry that this kind of mass surveillance powered by AI and protected by law creates dangerous precedents. Unlike traditional camera systems that require human analysis, Anduril's AI towers can make decisions autonomously. Who monitors the monitors? What happens when AI gets it wrong? As these technologies scale, concerns over accountability, bias, and misuse will only grow. In just 8 years, Anduril has disrupted America's most entrenched defense secured exclusive, multi-billion-dollar contracts brought AI to the heart of border security and drone warfare, deployed real systems in real wars from the US-Mexico border to Eastern European, established itself as one of the most powerful forces in the global military-industrial complex. Whether you admire their innovation or question their politics, one thing is clear: Anduril is not a defense contractor, it is a defense platform. And the wars of tomorrow may be fought not with boots and bombs, but with drones, sensors, and machine learning, all powered by the next wave of American innovation.